Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Aurora Stuffrack and here I am. It is Monday, it is May 17th, and here I am giving you the weekly energy update for this week. So the week of May 17th, and it's going to be a bit different this week for the energy update. I'm going to do my best to try to stay punctual and get to the point of my points. So this week I'm gonna kind of pull cards first and play with the energy there, really just bring it up intuitively. And then I have we have a new moon coming, and then we also have the sun transitioning sign, so I'm gonna get into that a bit later. But yeah, so the way that I'm gonna set this week up for us is past, present, and future. For the cards, I'm going to pull some for the past, I'm going to pull some for this present moment, and then pull some for the future, and kind of just see how we can gain some guidance and some wisdom for the weeks ahead and for the weeks coming and for everything that is about to, I'm going to say, explode, because we are on a very, very, very quick changing timeline at the moment. So the decks that I'm going to use this week are the Seer Tarot, the Sacred Rebels, and the Work Your Light Oracle. Okay, so let me tap in, pull some cards. This is all going to be representing our past, where we have been. Okay, so let's just clear this deck here. I ask for all beings of 100% pure love and light, for all guides, for everyone's higher self that's going to watch this video, to please work through me right now to receive the divine guidance for this week of May 17th, 2021. Okay, we're pulling past cards here. What has been going on? So those. I'm going to pull a few from each deck just to give us some context. So again, clear this deck. And again, I call all beings of 100% pure love and light. I call all beings, higher selves, to work through me, to pull cards, the best reading, for the best guidance. Ooh. These cards are slippery. All right. Past card here. Amazing. Great. And one more deck. Again, I call 100% pure love and light. All beings of 100% pure love and light. All beings, higher selves, work through my body. Connect to source. Receive these divinely guided messages. Okay, beautiful. I love it. Okay, so what do we got here? So from the first card right off the bat, we have Priestess of the Rose, beauty and devotion, priestess, mystic, and teacher. And then Akasha, your guidance is divinely guided. We have 5 of Cups here, and it was pulled in reverse. Sorry, my lighting is not the best. Pulled in reverse, okay? And then we have Trust Yourself and Against the Grain. They're so beautiful. Which makes perfect sense to me, right? Especially if you're watching this video. So I'm going to just read this 5 of Cups. So Cups is all about emotion, emotional fulfillment. This card is looking, she's kind of like looking down this hole, you know, like there's definitely been some depression, a lot of dense emotions for us. There's definitely like despair and a lot of like deep contemplation and a lot of internal questioning. I'm wondering, you know, I'm hearing not feeling at home within yourself, within your body, and depletion. That's really, to me, what this is representing. Her energy's being depleted, right? And it was reversed, right? So where has your energy been? Where is it being depleted? What's not serving you, right? This is our past card. So these are things that we've really been focusing on and really been coming to terms with, to understand, right? Okay, and then 5. So 5 is all about change. This year, 2021, is numerologically a 5. So 2 plus 2 plus 1 is 5, right? So this year's a 5, and 5 represents change, okay? So this is showing us, you know, we've been in some deep change, realizing that this shadow aspect of ourselves just isn't, we don't want it anymore. Not that we don't want it, it's just like, okay, like, I'm so sick of playing these same games over and over and over again. So when am I going to get that break free moment of feeling like I'm actually getting somewhere, right? So, and in order for us to be able to feel like we're actually going where we want to go, we have to understand why we don't feel in alignment, right? So let's see this 5 of Cups here real quick. So it was reversed. So not letting go of past trauma, crying over spilled milk, rooting deeply into shadow work without healing and letting go, old stories that become a part of you, and becoming jaded. Yeah, so that's the shadow sign. This is pulling this card reversed, okay? So that's really what this is representing. And the light side of it is grieving, disillusion, disappointment, betrayal, bitterness, wallowing, self-pity can signify a broken heart. So really, guys, this is our past card showing us that, you know, when we were really embodying that victim mentality, okay? So feeling like the world's against us, feeling like, you know, you don't belong, feeling like nobody understands you, all of these things is where we have been with basically our whole lives, okay? So that's kind of the energy here I'm picking up, is we've all been in this victim role as a collective, okay? And now we have here Akasha and Sisterhood of the Rose, okay? So really what that's telling me, this says beauty and devotion, priestess, mystic, and teacher. So these shadow aspects, these aspects of humanity that are dense, that are uncomfortable, that we don't really want to acknowledge and sit with, is actually our teacher. That's really what these cards are really wanting me to tell you. And with Akasha being in there as well, it's saying, excuse me, lots of release. It's telling me that, it's telling me to remind you that all of your experiences as a human being is encapsulated in the etheric realms, in space. All of your memories, all your experiences, all of your lifetimes, everything that you've been through, all these lessons of, you know, going into this victim role, of feeling powerless, of not being able to see the light within any situation, right? And so now we're really being invited to tap into our own story. That's what they want, our own story. What story are you telling? What story have you been on? Have you really sat and reflected? Have you really sat and gone through what it is that has created you to be this version here today? And then we have trust yourself and against the grain, right? Okay, so trust yourself here, this card, and against the grain. Okay, so really when I pulled these cards, I laughed because it's like, yeah, of course we're being guided to trust ourselves. And yeah, of course we're against the grain. We're starseeds, we're light workers. We're literally here to expand consciousness. So what happens when the ego gets in the way of expanding consciousness? It gets defensive. It gets into its traumas of like, I'm not good enough, or feeling less than, or wanting to be superior, or needing power, all these different things. That the ego blocks us from accessing our higher spirits. Like, ego wants to keep us safe, ego wants to keep us protected, ego wants to keep us small, because then we're protected and we're safe and we're in our little turtle shell. But what we're being asked to right now is, seriously, please, like, honor your shadow, honor yourself. You've been divinely guided. This is it. These are your teachers. You're looking for guidance, you're looking for teachers. Look at your life. I say it all the time, life is an analogy for our soul. Okay, so what I mean by that is, quite literally, everything we're experiencing in life is bringing us back to our soul, bringing us back to our highest self, our divine self, our divinity, our purity. Okay, so really this is what this is all about. Like, what's been draining you? Where have you been staying stuck? Where do you not feel good enough? Where do you feel like your power's been taken away? All these things. And then really, this is teaching you how to trust yourself. This is teaching you how to get in tune and realizing that, you know, against the grain is really the only way to go, because I don't want to be fucking going along with these people that are not conscious, not aware, allowing to be controlled, so on and so forth, right? So it's like, you incarnated in this body this lifetime to be against the grain. So don't be offended. Don't get upset. Don't see it as a negative. See it as a positive. That's your power. That's really the access point of your own life purpose, is these shadow aspects. So really, really sit with yourself, take care of yourself, realize like where it is you don't fit in, and really learn how to utilize that to kind of emit a frequency of something different than what's already here. Because we're all ready, okay? We're all ready. So, okay, cool. So that's our little like past. I'm going to just set these cards over here so that I don't, no, let's put them back in. Let's see. Let's put them back in. I was going to say so I don't pull them again, but I think it's cool. So here we go. So 11:11 was the time right there. All right, cool. So now we're in the present moment. Okay, so that's kind of where we've been, guys. Like, and that's beautiful. This is why I love cards, because they just so perfectly paint the picture for us to follow and to understand, and for me to tap into the energies to be able to deliver, right? So, and that's in perfect alignment with everything that I've been saying over these past weeks, right? So it's so perfect. Okay, so this is going to be for the present, guys. Like, what do we need to hear right now? What do we need to hear right now? Okay, what do we need to hear right now? Beautiful. All right, what do we need to hear right now? What do we need to hear right now? What do we need to hear right now? Perfect. Okay, what do we need to hear right now? What do we need to hear right now? Okay, what do we need to, oh, what do we need to hear right now? Yes. Okay, we'll do one more. Perfect. Okay, great. Perfect. Okay, so there's two 11s here, guys. So I'll go through the cards in the way that I pulled them, and then I'll kind of go through them. So we have here diving for light. This is where we're at right now, here in this now moment in time. While you're watching this, mind you, this can be a timeless reading, okay, guys? Like, I'm giving it for the update of, you know, May 17th, the week of May 17th. But if you stumble upon this, the reading's timeless. So this will be exactly what you need in the right moment. So just trust yourself, right? Trust that you're being divinely guided. Okay, so here we have diving for the light, and it's an 11, and an 11 represents the high priestess, and 11 is also a master number. So 11 is like, I'm an 11, so an 11 is very intuitive. 11 is very connected to their spirit, to the spiritual world. We're very in tune with the higher realms, and we actually find it really hard to get grounded, which I'm just going to use that as a leeway into this next card, because that is the next card, is get grounded. So empaths, highly sensitives, and connect with nature. That's what that card's saying. So diving for the light, back to that high priestess energy. So it's like high priestess is honoring our emotions, trusting our intuition, going with the flow, surrendering, trusting, staying connected. Like, this spiritual hygiene is very important for a high priestess energy. And so this is what we're being pulled. So all of us are being initiated into our high priestess. So if you're watching this right now, this week, we're all being initiated. And, you know, whenever you find this timeless video, we're in the middle of an initiation, or you're in the middle of an initiation. And it's really, really important to stay grounded during this process. And when I say stay grounded, you really need to take care of your physical vessel. Okay, so your physical vessel, meaning making sure you're eating properly, making sure you're having enough water, making sure that you're sleeping enough, making sure you're exercising and stretching and doing what you need. It's those everyday small practices that is really gonna help you to sustain these higher frequencies. So when we're disconnected, from our body, and we're up in these higher realms. This is what I'm getting, especially with this High Priestess energy, because and this Get Grounded card is saying that we're all kind of up in the air right now. And so what happens is we have nothing to stand on. There's no foundation because we're all in our mind, and then our ego starts playing tricks on us, and then we don't know what is spirit, what is ego, is this my heart or is this fear, like all these different things start coming up and it gets confusing. So you're really being invited right now to get grounded, to get in your body, to sing, to dance, to laugh, to do what you need to do to find this light within you, because at this point this card is really saying diving for light. And it's so, I just realized these seahorses, and it's showing me that it's the masculines being initiated within us, the feminine nature of the masculine, if that makes sense. So that protector, that foundational energy, that support, that father energy. Okay, and I'm saying this because seahorses, the fathers carry the babies, so that's why I'm being shown that it's the maternal masculine showing up. So this is really interesting. And the reason I also brought this up too is because we have these next two cards here. We have the Queen of Wands, and we have the Emperor. Okay, and these were both actually reversed when I pulled them. So this is our imbalance. Our masculine and feminine are imbalanced right now, okay? And this last card that I pulled was Justice, and it's reversed as well. And I just want to show you. So this is it upright. See this higher self, and then the light self, and this is the shadow self. So this is really where we're at. We're like in this battle. I'm going to call it a battle, but it's really just a transition of dark to light. And that's why right now we're in this energy of tapping into our spiritual senses, tapping into our life path and our life purpose, really getting raw, real, and honest and vulnerable with ourselves to say this is in alignment, this is not in alignment, and really taking that action to move forward, having clarity, knowing that you're being supported. These are all things that are really going to come in handy. And so doing practices every single day, like journaling or repeating affirmations or whatever it might be, to keep reiterating that you are supported, that you know what you're doing, and that if you don't know what you're doing, you're listening for the guidance so that you can see the next step clearly. Okay, so these cards here, they're really saying that masculine and feminine are really asking to be balanced right now. And we got this Justice card too, right? So we're in this energy of, so our past, right? We had our shadow self, we had all that, victim mentality. And now it's like taking our power back. Really, this is what it's all about, taking our power back, seeing the light in the situations, and not just like understanding it conceptually, like, oh, okay, I need to forgive my mother because whatever, ABC 1 2 3, that's why I need to forgive her. Intellectually, great, okay, cool, this happened, that happened, that happened, I can intellectualize it. But if you're not actually, and that's what that 5 of Cups was telling you too, if you're not actually letting go and releasing that, you're actually just festering it and giving it more energy to have power over you, because you're like, well, I know everything, and blah, 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 right? Like, see, even my face changed there, the energy of it changed. I'm like, well, I already know everything, so what do I need to do? If I already know everything, then what do you need to know? It's like you need to surrender into not knowing and actually say that to yourself. Oh, I don't know right now. I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know how I'm going to get there, but my higher self does, my soul does, my spirit does. And that's where that deep trust comes in, right? It's like, oh, there's the Akashic records. That's where all my lifetimes, every lifetime, every success, every failure, all that is trapped, stored within this etheric realm, etheric pocket called the Akashic records, right? It's like, yes, that's all there. So tap into that, tap into your past lives, tap into your present lives, tap into your parallel lives, right? Like, ask for guidance. You have so much guidance and you have to ask for it. And so this is what these are saying here, right? You have to balance that masculine and feminine. So asking and receiving, okay? Giving and receiving. So I just want to see here real quick what this Queen of Wands and Emperor reversed are, just so that I can give you a little more information. All right, so Queen of Wands, the reversed card here is jealousy, being afraid to take a risk, not being totally honest with yourself, an optimal time to build your self-confidence and to let go of what other people think, and waning passion. Exactly. And then the Emperor, and the Emperor is a 4, okay, guys? This is really important. The Emperor is a 4 numerologically, so 4 symbolizes foundation, okay, which is funny because it's the masculine, right? So it's, and the masculine also represents our foundation, our support, our protection. So so yeah, this coming up reverse, we'll see what it's gonna say, but it's really gonna pull out these shadow sides of you. So the shadow side is unchecked power, being overly pragmatic and rigid, corruption, selfishness, defensiveness, a desire for control, and being stubborn. And the light side of this is the divine masculine, authority, power, a natural leader, structure, strategic and analytical thinking, taking action, and promotion. The Queen upright is creativity, passion, determination, confidence, joy, bold expression, helping others as they build your queendom, and power. Okay, guys, so this is really showing me there's a power trip going on here within you. Like, where is your power? Where is your energy? What are you choosing to fuel, and what are you choosing to let go of, or like not do that you maybe should be doing, right? That's really what this is asking. So where do you feel jealous? Where do you feel powerless? Where are you afraid? What are you afraid of? And really ground this knowledge and information in so that you're able to transmute it. So you're able to find the light, you're able to access and ground into what it is that you're actually processing instead of just intellectualizing it and telling yourself you're doing the work. Okay. Cool. So that's kind of where we're at. And justice, this justice card keeps staring at me, right? So know that justice will be served, okay? When you're living from your heart space, when you're choosing to be authentic and vulnerable and real and take responsibility, there's only one way for you to go, and that is to your highest self, to people that are embodying their highest self. So you won't have to deal with the games, you won't have to deal with the manipulation, you won't have to worry about who has the control, because this new reality that you're manifesting is going to support you in all the ways that you need to be supported. Okay. Yeah, so really get grounded into your heart center, really get honest with yourself, really tap into these high frequencies and anchor them in, and really start taking the proper action that you need in order to access this next reality that you're about to anchor. Amazing. Cool. Okay, so that was our present. We have one more, which is going to be our future cards. Okay. So what is ahead for us, guys? What is ahead? I'm calling in all higher beings of 100% pure love and light to give information to whoever is watching, calling your higher self, my higher self, to receive these messages, to relay these messages. I have night champa burning and it smells so good. Love it. I love it. Okay. So perfect. All right. This is for the future. This is for the future. And this is for the future. Where are we going? Where are we going? Where are we going? All right. One more. One more. This is for the future. Wow. Okay. Four cards. Wow. A lot going on. Okay. Of course. Okay, so I'm going to get into the, I got 4 out of the Work Your Light Tarot, so I'm going to get into that in a minute. I have these 2 right here. So this is the first card that came through, which is Power of Attraction, okay? And it was reversed. So as I clear my throat chakra to speak this to you all. So the Power of Attraction. So I'm just going to pop right in here and get right to the point of why it's reversed, okay? Also, get grounded, okay? That's why I laughed earlier, because this will make more sense as I read this one. So Power of Attraction, guys, okay? So basically, I'm going to demystify this whole idea of Power of Attraction and explain to you why sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. Because people are missing a very key ingredient in practicing and utilizing this universal law in order to manifest and actually experience what it is they desire. So when we are talking about the power of attraction, okay, and we want to manifest whatever it is that we want to manifest, and we're trying to manifest from our conscious mind, then you're not going to manifest it. You have to access your subconscious beliefs, your subconscious mind, in order to know if you will be able to manifest it. Does that make sense? Let me give you an example. I'm going to give you a basic example. Like, I want to manifest a car. Okay, I'm going to manifest a car. I'm going to manifest a free car. So one that I maybe win in a draw or this, that, whatever. Okay, cool. So that's my intention. I want to manifest this car. Okay, cool. Well, that's your conscious belief, right? Okay, I want to manifest this because why not? It'll be so much fun. And then I'll have a free car. And why don't I use this power of attraction technique to manifest? Well, the problem is that your subconscious mind doesn't believe that you're worthy, doesn't believe that you're actually able to do it, and doesn't really believe that you're going to get a free car. So that's where your true manifestation power is, right? So if you don't really believe that you can manifest or have a life that you really desire or so on and so forth, whatever it is, then you're not going to manifest it. You're going to manifest all these things that are going to show you your true vibration. Okay, so the power of attraction, this is how we can really utilize this in our everyday physical life. Okay, so to be able to tap into your external reality. So for example, if you're like out at a store and someone's rude to you, or say you work in customer service or whatever it might be, and someone's rude to you, okay, and you're like, wow, like what a beep, 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 you know, like whatever you want to say. It's about in that moment, instead of pointing your finger at them and saying, wow, what a piece of shit, you go, oh, wait a minute, I have 3 fingers pointing back at me. So this must be a reflection of me. Now, mind you, I'm sure there's been a time in your life where you've been rude, where you haven't been the kindest, where you've snapped on people, where you've done this, where you've done that. This is showing you an external manifestation of your internal reality. There has to be a level of resonance between what you're experiencing and the vibration that you're holding. So that experience that's manifesting outside of you is for you to take responsibility for that aspect of yourself. Okay, so instead of being like, oh, wow, blah, 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 whatever, ripping this person apart, you go, oh, wow, this is the universe showing me what I'm shedding. You know, wow, I don't want that anymore. I don't want to be that person. I don't want to treat people rudely. I don't want to let myself get the better of myself and act how I don't want to act. So you're going to get grounded. You're going to take responsibility, and you're going to choose to anchor in the frequency of the highest, so that you're able to live from that space. And so as we can do that, we're going to start shedding these lower realities. Okay, so this is the power of attraction, and this is the power of healing. When we can choose to heal these patterns, when we can choose to really not be the victim anymore, to take responsibility, to in every moment get grounded, you know, your spiritual hygiene with doing your energy clearing, making sure you're meditating, making sure, like I said, you're exercising and you're eating properly, and so on and so forth, right? These are all ways that we need to ground into our reality. Okay, so that's a little blurb there, right? And again, this is the future part, right? So this is the future section. So it's really about, this is what we have coming for us. So we can manifest whatever it is that we want. We will manifest it. The thing is that we have to be conscious and aware of what part of ourselves we're manifesting. Cool. That was beautiful. Okay, so I have 4 cards here. I'm going to get the book out because, again, I'm not a tarot girl. I'm more intuitive, but I do really like this tarot deck, so I'm going to use it. Okay? So this is the 5 of Swords. I'm just going to kind of go through this real quick with you guys and just intuitively pick up what I'm seeing. So this is the 5 of Swords. Now, mind you, see that 5 again. That 5 represents change. Okay? And swords, not 100% like the umbrella, but when I see swords, it's usually a turmoil, right? Like, it's usually something that is like difficult to go through, like kind of our shadow self. Okay, so 5 of Swords here. So there's that crow. That crow represents death. See him holding his head there. He's confused, he's frustrated, but he does have all this guidance around him. Okay, and like this is kind of like showing me like maybe this is where he wishes he was and this is where he is, right? So it's like, okay, cool. So trusting that you're always exactly where you need to be. Okay, and not allowing your mind to take control over your manifestation powers, because that's really what we're talking about right now for your future self, is your manifestation powers. Okay, yeah, so really, oh wow, and there's blood on here too. So there's blood on here. The birds are flying. He's not having it. All right. And then 10 of Pentacles. Okay, so this came reversed. So isn't that interesting? It's like family. This looks like celebration. This looks like abundance. This looks like connection. This looks like home, right? Celebration. Again, it was reversed though, right? So there's something within you that's not able to access this feeling, right? So this is really what this is showing me, is that you're really going to struggle to access this connection and these feelings, and that's okay. Because then here we have perfectly divined. This card is the 3 of Pentacles, okay? And to me, this looks like working together. Like there's a lot of work that's going to be going into you being able to access this, because that's why, guys, because we're all manifesting it together as a collective. Wow, 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 wow. Wow, okay, this is sick. Okay, so this is where we're all at right now, okay? Like in the future. Like we're all in this position of what the fuck do we do next, okay? And then we're in this position of, I really just want connection, I really want community, and I really want family, and I really want to see it, and I just don't know how to get to it. And then here we have this card that's saying work together. See, teamwork. If I do a little bit and you do a little bit and we all do a little bit and come together, then we can create this magnificent community and this magnificent masterpiece, and really live in a flow state and from the heart, and live sustainably, and live in a place where we're not being controlled and manipulated. And then this is 2 of Pentacles here for our final card. So this one is really showing like our sovereignty. Like this is really showing me, and then it's the 2 as well, right? So we have the balance, like she's balancing everything that she needs, right? And so through this teamwork and through seeing this greater vision of community and connection and love, we are whole, we are satisfied, and it's this balancing act. It's forever this balancing act, okay? Just because we experience this moment doesn't mean that it's always going to exist this way, right? We come and go. So right now we're far, we feel far. It's not necessarily that we are far from this, it's just that we feel far and we just don't know what to do about it, okay? So we're really being guided to get grounded and to use our powerful magnetism to attract what it is that we want and what we need and the support that we need, in a way that we're able to practically live it out, right? Integrate it into our being. Cool. That was amazing. I'm not even going to read from the book because I really liked my intuitive pull of that. We also have the Tree of Life in this one card, okay, guys? So just bring awareness to that so that we can see, right? This is the Tree of Life. This is our family. This is our soul family. Our soul family is coming. And don't worry about if you're not connecting to your biological family. I'm going to get into that in a minute down there because I have some stuff to say around that. But yeah, just really trust yourself. Realize that you are manifesting your reality. This is where the true power comes in. When you can take your power back and you can say, fuck, I manifested that shit, and now I need to figure out how to manifest what I really want instead, right? All right, cool. That was so perfect. So perfect. So I hope that you resonated with that reading. I hope that it helps you a lot throughout this week or whenever you do find it. And now I'm going to get into a little bit of this new moon and the sun changing signs. So I'll just hit the sun changing because it's not a very long transition. So right now the sun is in Taurus, but on Thursday, which is going to be the 20th, it's moving into Gemini. Okay, now I'm not going to get into the Gemini with the sun because I'm getting into this Gemini with the moon, because we also have this new moon on Saturday, May 22nd. This new moon is also going to be in Gemini. Okay, so we're really going to unpack this Gemini energy here so that we can understand how we can use this energy and kind of tie it in with that reading that I just gave you guys. Okay. So let's see, what do I have here? So let me just give you a quick little rundown of what the new moon represents, because we know that the moon has a cycle and each phase of the cycle represents a different energy. Okay, so the new moon represents planting seeds, beginning new ideas and projects, adopting new ways of thinking, attracting new relationships, and setting new goals for yourself. Okay, so it's this time of planting seeds. Okay, so it's a time of darkness, of yin, which is going within and really asking yourself, what is it that I want? What is it that I want to manifest? Okay, it's a very introspective time. We have new cycles of ideas coming. We have expression and learning as the moon enters into this airy realm of Gemini. Okay, so Gemini is an air sign. So air signs are very mental. Gemini is also twins. Okay, so it represents the twins and it represents duality and polarity, right? So black and white. Like Geminis are very, they don't really see gray. Like it's either one way or the other. Okay, it's like they don't really understand that it's a spectrum, right? But this is the beauty of it, because this is really important to have that capacity to see the black and white, to see the duality and the polarity, right? So this is really, we're entering into this even greater divide, because as I've said for many weeks now, like humans are in this great divide. And so this Gemini energy is inviting us to have that great divide even more, but even on an internal level. So the moon represents our emotions. The sun represents our personality, our action, our outward movement. And so they're both going to be in Gemini. So looking outside into the outside world is going to feel intense because everything is going to feel separate and divided, and looking within is also going to feel that way, because you're really going to notice, you're going to say, holy shit, that's really not serving me. I really don't want to do that anymore. I can't keep living this way. I have to make different decisions. And you're also going to realize, oh my God, this is what I love. This is what I want to follow. This is my bliss. This fills my heart. Like this is exactly where I need to be, right? So it's like, even though there's this division, this Gemini energy is inviting this playful nature. Okay, so they like to play as well. They like to not be too serious. They like to stay detached a little bit, right? So this emotional detachment is allowing for us to look at our reality objectively. Instead of being in it, instead of being like, oh no, I can't make this move because of this, this, and this, it's like, no, I have to make this move because I'm in my power right now, and I have no excuses as to not make this move because I see it so clearly. I have no choice. Of course, we always have choice, but in the moment, it's gonna be so obvious to you. Okay, this isn't serving me. It's time to let it go. Let's move forward, right? So yeah, so things that need to change will build momentum in your awareness in the days before the new moon, okay? So this is why I wanted to talk about the new moon after I gave the little energy update, because this new moon is happening on Saturday, okay? And today is Monday, so we have almost a week to really prepare for this new moon. And so we're really being invited, and we have that transition on Thursday. Thursday, we're entering into, the sun is entering into Gemini, and Saturday, the moon is entering into Gemini, okay? So we have this week to prepare ourselves for this clarity, because we're gonna really want to make the change. Like last week was all about hitting our head against the wall and being frustrated and not knowing what to do. And we've been asking for the clarity. So instead of running away because you don't want to face it, honor the clarity, thank the clarity. So pay attention to the negative aspects that arise so that you may make the necessary change, okay? And then from there, we integrate new routines, new thought patterns, new exercise regimes, new food, okay? So, this next week, not this one we're on, but the one after is going to be all about anchoring in the new. But this week is all about really purging and shedding still. And mind you, eclipse season is coming as well, right? So keep that in mind, because that's a point of a lot of heightened energy, especially on our shadow. So this is why we're really being asked to take these steps now, because when eclipse season comes and everything else keeps moving forward, we don't have whatever it is we're dealing with right now. Now, there was that balance of the masculine and feminine that did come up, and this is very important. Around our own internal masculine and feminine and our parents, because I've had a lot of people reach out to me this week around turmoil with their parents or with their biological family, and they feel guilty, they feel worried, they feel like they're abandoning them, they feel like they don't want to cut cords because they love them, because it's their family, it's their mom, it's their dad, it's people that are supposed to be supporting them, and they're not. And so thankfully, people that have someone like me in their life that can hold that frequency of unconditional love, of allowing people to access their own truth. I will not tell them what to do, but I can sit there and open up doors for them so that they can come to their own realizations around what it is that they need to do for them. Okay, so just letting them know, hey, your mom is doing the best that she knows what to do. She doesn't know what she doesn't know. You're just a genius, and you know so much, and you're so spiritually advanced. And if you need to cut the cord, or if you need to take some space from them, right? This is the thing too, is that just because you're taking space doesn't mean you're never going to talk to them again. You don't have to cut cords and never speak to them again, but you need to give yourself that space to really come back to yourself and hold this higher self frequency so that you're able to truly access your truth, your authenticity, your sovereignty. And now I will mention that this is one of my friends was about the vaccine, and I am going to say it because I know that a lot of us are struggling around, do I get it? Don't I get it? And what I told her was, don't do it until you're 100%. Okay? If there's that tiny little bit within you that's like, no, I can't do it, don't do it. Don't do it until you're 100%. You can never go back, okay? You can never go back from not getting it. Now, I'm not saying you don't have the power to purge it out of your body, because you definitely do. So if you did get it, it's not a problem. It's okay. You have a complete other journey then, okay? But don't do it out of fear, okay? Her fear was, well, she's in school right now, so then she can't go study abroad, and she can't do this, and she can't do that, and all of her freedom is being taken away. This is an initiation. This is an initiation to say, hey, what are you going to choose? What are you going to stand for? Are you going to give your power away? Are you going to give your body away? Are you going to give your sovereignty away? What are you going to choose? What do you want to choose? Okay, so it might not feel like we have a choice right now, but we do. Okay, so really taking that power back and really choosing yourself, always, 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 okay? I know that you want to make your parents happy. I know that you want to satisfy the ones around you that love you. But if you're not satisfied and you're not happy, then it doesn't matter, okay? Because it's not going to help you. It's not going to help you putting on a mask, pretending like everything's okay, and making decisions that are out of alignment with your life, because you're only going to get farther and farther and farther out of alignment. Okay, so keep bringing yourself more and more and more and more back to alignment. Okay, so here we have Gemini favors communication and expression in all forms. Okay, so in all forms. So it rules over the way we process information, solve problems, with out-of-the-box thinking, and how we interact with others. Okay, so this is what this Gemini energy is inviting us into. So as I already said, the moon represents emotions. Gemini allows a healthy, detached perspective to move through our emotions. So it's actually helping us to rewire a more positive internal dialogue. Okay, so we're really being welcomed into this kinder reality if we so choose, okay, especially with this Gemini energy. And there's going to be a lot of communication. I think that's too why I'm bringing up this parental energy, is because there's a lot of taking our power back around our parents right now if you have this unbalanced relationship with them, okay? And whether that is cutting cords and saying, I need my space and I can't talk to you at all, or if it just means saying, hey, I'm not doing it, I'm not doing what you want me to do, and I know I've always done what you want me to do, but I just can't keep doing it because it's fucking sucking my soul, then you're going to say it, and you're going to mean it, and you're going to be able to say it and stand in your power. So yeah, it's time to speak your truth. Expression is key. You can do verbal, written, paintings, drawings, singing, etc. Like for your own personal, like you don't have to do a dance party for your mom and then send it to her. No, I'm just being silly, but yeah, so it's time to speak your truth, and expression is key. And if you need to express yourself in your own space of verbally speaking to yourself, like I am right now to my computer to you, like you can sit in front of the mirror and do mirror work. Hold up, let me get a charger. So yeah, if you have to sit in front of a mirror and do mirror work and hear yourself speak, then great. If you like to write, then write. If you like to type, then type. If you like to paint, if you like to draw, if you like to sing, if you like to play with clay, I don't care what it is that you like to do, but Gemini is really urging us to express ourselves in creative and have creative outlets, okay? So Gemini energy stimulates the mind. So learning something new, soaking in new information, and choosing to expand your mind, okay? This is really a time to expand your mind and to basically let go of all your belief systems that you're not good enough, that you're not worthy, that you need to do what your parents tell you for approval. Like if you're 20, well, if you're an adult, okay, at any age, it doesn't matter how old you are, you're an adult. You can make your own decisions. I know it doesn't always feel like it in your heart, but you really do. You have to take your power back. You have to choose for yourself. You have to communicate. You have to stand in your power, okay? Or you're just not going to get where you want to go. We have be open and playful under this energy. Don't take things so seriously. So this is like, I'm going to end it soon because this part is really important, and I haven't really said it much because all this is very serious, okay? And I really do want to, open my heart to you to say, like, you can do it and you do have the power, and I know it's intense and I know it's strugglesome, but at the end of the day, we want to have fun with it, okay? Like, I want you to have fun with it. That's why I'm saying sing and dance and play and do what you need to do, because this Gemini energy is giving us this healthy, detached energy, this healthy, emotional detached, so that I can go to my mom, or I can go to my friend, or I can go to this person, or I can go to that person. I can say, hey, this is my truth. I need to speak it. Thank you for listening. Okay? But have fun with it. That's the whole point, is to have fun, okay? Be playful. Tap into your inner child. Yeah, so there will be perfect alignments if we choose to stay lighthearted and detached, okay? So even if it's just like, you know, oh, I'm going to go to a yoga class and test it out, like this is going to be my way of fun and expanding my knowledge and learning while also being in my physical body. Look at that. What a perfect thing to do. So these will be perfect alignments if you choose to stay in your lighthearted detachment. It doesn't have to be like, oh, I have to go to yoga and be the best yoga teacher or the best yogi ever and whatever else. It's like, no, you just go to show up and do it, right? Like there's no expectations. You're just going to have fun, okay? And then last but not least, just to divide how you will see this masculine and feminine transitions is it shows up in the feminine as healing our emotional body. And then the masculine shows up in external transitions. Okay, so we heal our emotional body, then we see the external change. We heal our emotional body, and we see the external change. We heal the emotional body, and we see the external change. Okay, so that was amazing. I would like to just pull one more card to close us off here. Ask for one more card to close this off for the week of May 17th. The perfection of your life. Exactly. What a perfect way to end, guys. The perfection of your life. So seeing the perfection in all that you are and all that you've experienced, and I'm hearing unifying all your experiences. Yes, this is so beautiful. We're all stepping into this place of sovereignty, of knowing our worth and standing in our power, and being able to reflect on our lives and smile and go, wow, look at everything I've been through, and really like sit in reverence for your physical body for going through everything. Like, think about it, guys. This heart that's beating in your chest has been beating in your mother's womb before you were born. That's pretty perfect. That's pretty powerful. This same heart has kept you ticking, okay? Seeing the perfection of your life, seeing how all these experiences, all these times that you played the victim has really led you to this point of understanding, right? Because if you didn't play the victim, then you would have no idea what I'm talking about, and you'd have no capacity to be able to relate to people that have been through that, right? So you could be like, well, for example, when I was a kid, I used to think, why then would you ever smoke cigarettes? Like, how dumb can you be? Like, honestly, like, there's no benefits. It's a waste of money. You stink. It's not good for you. I could have gone on forever, and I still can. Now I'm a smoker, working on letting it go. But I didn't understand. I didn't understand the addiction. I didn't understand, prioritizing this disgusting habit. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't understand it. And now I do. And I can empathize with those people. And I can understand people that have addiction as a whole, not just from my cigarettes. I've had my own other paths as well through substance abuse. But the reason that I've had to experience these things is so that I can help people go through it, so I can help people overcome it. Because if I didn't, I would not be able to hold space for people in the same capacity, because I've been there now. I understand what it's like. I understand what it's like to go get high when you know that you shouldn't, when you know it's not good for you, when you know you're like this close to death and you just don't know how to make any changes. I understand it, So it's like, back then I felt ashamed. I felt guilty. I thought, wow, Aurora, how could you let your life get here, so on and so forth, and just beat myself up about it. And now I just smile and I go, wow, it's so beautiful and it's so perfect. And I'm so grateful that I got to go through everything that I've went through so that I can help people. Because that's really what this is all about, is helping and serving and making sure that everybody has a safe place to lay their head at night, a roof over their head, food in their belly, all these things. This is what I care about, So instead of sitting on that guilt or fear or shame, really choose to transmute that and honor yourself for everything that you've been through and see the perfection woven through every aspect of your life. So that's all for today, guys. I am sending you so much love. There really is positive coming. There's a big, big, big change happening right now. So if you're feeling it, we're all feeling it. So you're not alone. You're not crazy. You don't need to listen to the lies and deceit and manipulation and control anymore. You have to take your power back, take responsibility, and know that you are the creator of your reality, and you can manifest everything that your heart desires. And you do deserve it. Okay, so I'm sending you so much love, and I hope that you have an amazing week, and don't forget to have fun. Bye.